Feels like it's too soon for a podcast.
What do you mean by
We've been
that?
doing these. We did it like last week. We've been on like a solid every month schedule here lately.
I know.
The last time we filmed one was over 2 weeks ago. It was J6 last time we recorded a podcast.
What?
It's January 21st right now.
Why didn't we take that holiday off?
No, we celebrated it with Shrimp Hours 169.
All right.
Hello! Welcome to Shrimp Hours. I'm Drive-Thru. I'm here. Caleb's here. Ben's here. And making his return since like one of the really early episodes. Michael Cozy Jr. Hello.
Hello.
I realized, I was looking it up. The last time you were on was right after you went to Australia and you were regaling tales of fucking hopping in a helicopter around Bathurst.
Okay, this has been goodness
been a
gracious. Feels like a lifetime.
Yeah, I looked back and I was like, 2022. God damn.
Seen a lot of
3
shit
years
between
ago.
now and then.
It's
Mhm.
true.
Yes, we have.
I was just watching Cozy's video the other week and he was like, I need a fucking podcast where I can talk some shit about NASCAR and their points format. And I was like, I got a spot. I know. I got a place. In the news this week, I think like the day after we recorded the previous episode is when Steve Phelps got fucking axed. I mean,
Yes.
we kind of knew it was going to happen.
Wait,
once you,
Steve Phelps was here the last time we fucking recorded a podcast?
Yeah.
It's been that
Yeah.
long?
I think it was January 7th when he announced he was stepping down. Anyway, fucking rest in peace.
We'll be seeing
Rest
you.
in piss. Hey, all I'm going to say is loyal Shrimp Hours viewers, get the fucking cigars out. We're on pack watch. We've been waiting for this day a long, long time. He's gone.
This is good. I always
Yeah,
knew
I mean-
that guy was a chuckle fuck.
Yeah. Like you were saying, it's a suit wearing motherfucker.
Yeah. What was the first line in his statement? Is I'm a forever race fan or something? Always be a NASCAR fan. My ass. It's
Let's see if we see him at a racetrack past
Yeah, I don't think
this
so.
now.
Now we're gonna see him at a golf course. Always been a golf fan. Wasn't that the job he was going for? Was like for the
Yeah,
PBA?
PGA, like
PGA.
PGA commissioner or some bullshit.
Oh, great. You can go fuck with
Yeah,
their
you fit-
sport now.
he'd fit in right there. That's good.
Listen, if you
Not
see
for
Steve
NASCAR.
Phelps at a
Unfortunately,
racetrack, you know what to
Golf
do.
already has the playoffs, so
Does it have stage racing yet?
I mean,
Stage
sort
golfing?
of.
stage fucking golfing.
Yeah, I mean, you want to.
After 3 holes, everybody gets to the same par. Just fuck it, bring them all back.
Yeah, I mean,
Got to give everyone a shot.
considerations. Yeah.
I mean, we knew it was going to happen once the fucking flog text went out. Like, you're not going to survive that.
Dude,
Yeah.
what did
Base text though.
He's
I
not
just saw
wrong.
an Adam
however,
Stern tweet. Hold on.
What?
Yeah, what? Like less than an hour ago, Richard Childress was talking some shit where he was like, "I'll never forget what Steve Phelps said about me." Like, wow.
That's based. And also, since we recorded the previous podcast, NASCAR announced the point system that they will be racing with this year. And to no one's surprise, it's a 10 race chase, where 16 dudes get in, and then
Yeah, we knew.
Thoughts,
NASCAR Leaks
opinions?
was on this.
Good. NASCAR Leaks can't log into their own fucking Twitter account.
NASCAR Leaks might not be able to log into the Twitter account, but if NASCAR Leaks could, NASCAR Leaks would have been on it. Like NASCAR Leaks would have had it first. Who gives a fuck, man?
Yeah, I
It's,
didn't get past
fair.
the Steve Phelps part. Can I go back to that real quick? Because I had to find
Sure.
a statement because I just wanted to see the first. I guess there's more. See, I found Bob's. It looks like there's more to this. Maybe there's not.
I was wondering what you're digging up over there. We got receipts?
Yeah, it's just because I like for the longest time I had the assumption, I just had this feeling, I just knew that Steve Phelps, like I just, like I said, suit wearing, he was a fuck. All right. So like when the first thing that comes out when they asked him, I mean, step down, whatever he liked to call it. The first thing that Bob has on this statement here, as a lifelong race fan, my ass. Sorry, I just wanted to go back to that because, I mean, if my problem, I don't know. You ask a lot of people, it's been this problem for a long, long time. I don't know if it'll ever really change, but I suit wearing people. And NASCAR, at least to me, the vibe seems it's like too scattered around with too many different people. And unfortunately, most of those people don't give a dick about NASCAR. I don't give a shit about NASCAR. I never like went to a NASCAR race probably ever of their own will. So it's like, um, yeah, not a Steve Phelps fan. Anyways, so maybe they can get past. Look, I don't like. It's hard to tell, like how these things played out. Um, I knew that guy. I knew that guy was bad for NASCAR. Um, the points are badass though. If that's what we're going on to next, I
The
think.
way they did something good for the first time in a good decade, at least.
Yeah. Well. See, here's the thing, because like I don't know if you guys had the same um like kind of feeling, because how it went for me was like stages and playoffs, they didn't really mean a whole lot to me until the next gen car showed up. I feel like the next gen, the way the car races, and most importantly, how the majority of the field has the exact same race car with the tweaks, couple tweaks here and there. I don't know what the hell them Rickware Racing guys do to that car, but it's it's a little further off. But and then that MBM 66 car, whatever they
yeah,
have,
whatever.
It's got a
car,
V6 in it.
I have never seen a car so the one NASCAR race I went to is here in Indianapolis. I've never seen a spec car so slow compared to everybody else in my life. I mean, they had problems on problems. I know they battled back from it, but my point being is that like the stage racing was whatever, and even like the playoffs, like it's hard to really kind of get a grasp. I feel like until you've really like played out a lot of scenarios and these things really happen. But then the next gen car shows up and it's like, well, these stages, they just kind of turn into like, it's almost like a lottery. All these cars are all basically the same speed. They don't really get to practice no more. Damn, Whoopi's always back. He lives. Um, but yes, they roll out these cars all ready to go. 25-minute dial-in session, let her rip, chop the race up into 3 different, little segments or whatever, and it's like the NBA lottery with all the ping pong balls and the thing, they roll it around. And it's like that's how I look at the races now. And it's like I just can't really get behind that. And that was like, and again, I don't know if it was exactly like the next gen car and all that stuff, but eventually, after a while, it all just seemed meaningless. Like, I mean, because you like, there's no such thing as good points days. Who gives a shit if you didn't win? We don't care. Somebody won. Congratulations, playoffs. The rest of their season probably doesn't really matter. Whoop-de. I was thinking about this the other day too. Like, I had this whole Twitter thing about stage racing the other day. I know I'm kind of shit. We're still talking about points and all that stuff, but
Oh,
I
go
feel like
ahead.
that's the thing. Next thing needs to go. But like, I mean, I honestly lost my point. I don't know where it went. It poofed. It went
Actually, about
poof.
stage racing.
These things happen.
The thing that fucks me up about stage racing is I will never forgive them for fixing it for like half a season, where they were like, hey, at road courses, we're not going to throw cautions for stages. And it was like, cool,
It
hell
was
yeah.
great.
And then they had one race where one guy
Strategy,
dominated and they
finally.
were just like, God, nah, fuck you, cautions again. It was what? I think like Michael McDowell won at the
Watkins
Indy
Glen.
Road.
I was there for
some-
that
It
race.
was Byron at Watkins Glen, I think.
Yeah, and then they were just
It
like,
was
yeah,
the road
fuck you, we're
courses, right?
putting cautions out again. And it was like,
Yeah.
how did they get it right for like a third of a season or whatever? That was crazy.
Well, no, like I honestly I feel the exact same way, where it's like the playoffs they weren't like an issue for me, and even like stages
I didn't
weren't,
like them.
because back
Like,
well, I mean, I didn't love them, but they still like they weren't a deal breaker for me, because like in the Gen 6 is like you would still have such a skill gap and like a discrepancy. Like if Kyle Larson, for example, in 21, like just went out there and fucking dominated, it didn't really matter, because I mean he was good enough to where he can control his own circumstances. With the next gen, yeah, I mean like you have your guys that win on some weeks, but then other weeks you're running 10th, you're running 15th, like through there. And then, with the stages, with your restarts, it takes control out of your hands. And I mean, it kind of just leaves it up to fate. And it's on top of not being fun to drive. I mean, yeah, it's like again, the whole thing with the storylines is you can't build superstars because I mean your best drivers in your fucking sport are running 15th every week because they're involved in some restart bullshit that we have 15 cautions in a single race and stack them all up. And guess
And
what? If you
each
have a
one
great
takes
fucking
20
race,
laps.
dude, you
Mhm.
play a masterclass strategy. Guess what? Fucking restart with 3 laps to go. Who gives a fuck about the entire 3-hour race we just watched? You get wrecked on a restart, and then we have 15 overtimes. No,
The
it's
Coca-Cola
bullshit.
600. With the 600 miles. Let's put 4 fucking stage
Four
cautions in that thing.
And let's
Meanwhile, they can't
stop.
hardly get that.
Let's stop in
Yeah.
the middle of the race and fucking say grace to God or whatever.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot about
come
that.
on.
I
God.
forgot about that.
Race the
Oh,
damn
man.
cars.
When did they do that? Or why did they do that? That was like a
A couple of
one-time
years
special,
ago, they
wasn't it?
started. No, I think they do it every year now,
No,
don't
they
they?
still do it,
They
unfortunately.
do it every year.
Is it really?
I think it started during COVID.
I think so. Or they're just like,
Where it
fuck
was
it.
like,
We're
yeah,
stopping the cars anyway. Like, just sit them
we're
on
gonna
pit
have a
road.
moment of silence for our soldiers and our great nation, and
Race the cars for the
yeah,
soldiers in
it's
your
like
great nation. God damn.
I mean, that was like going back to my thing with these fucking stages and just like asking people, like trying to understand, like what, like if there are people out there that enjoy throwing the fucking yellow to stop the race
You're insane.
for
No, you're
whatever
crazy.
reason. But like, but look, I'm just trying to entertain both avenues. So I'm like that, there's these people that are like, well, it kind of manufactures some racing, and you have these battles and this and that, and the play tracks, whatever, they go crazy, towards the stage. And some guys don't care for it, they back out, whatever. But like,
Like races would
my
be way
thing with
cooler
it,
without them.
let's see, that's
Yeah,
the
the
thing. My thing,
manufacturing is the main problem. It's like if
yeah.
you always have game 7 moments, then you're never
Well,
going to have game 7 moments.
and if you know there's going to be a break in like 20 laps, why would you race? Like, just sit back and like we see every goddamn plate track now, they're going to sit back and save fuel because it doesn't matter because they're going to get a
Yeah, they're
caution.
going to putt at
As long as they don't
150
fall
miles
off
an
the lead
hour.
lap, it does not matter. And it's the same thing. The way that the playoffs, I think, like split the season down to where only the last bit matters. Like the first however long of the season, not important. Same with every race. The first 2 stages of every race, don't even bother watching. And I haven't. I've stopped watching it because I'll tune in the last 10 laps or whatever because that's the only part that matters.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that's been my kind of deal too. Just kind of, it's almost out of protest for me because it is nonsense. I just silly, I obviously, first 2 stages, a lot of things can happen, but seeing it too many times at this point. But like, so again, I was like, I didn't really ask anybody this question, but I guarantee I about know the answer. It's like how many stage race ends do you remember in this last season, or really any season they've been doing stage racing? But like,
I
obviously the
have
most
one.
recent season. Do you have one?
The that one time they threw restrictor plates on the Xfinity cars at Indianapolis, and they had like a 4 wide finish. I don't even
Okay.
remember what year or who won
Okay.
or who finished second, but it happened.
Okay. That's a good example. So, I have no idea how many stages we've raced in between now and then. But if that's about your highlight, then I don't really think stage racing is really all that important. I don't think it's really, because that was my main thing. Is that somebody on there? That was the main thing that triggered it. Was somebody who was like, talk about viewership numbers or all this, and it's like, oh, well, I think stage racing kept people tuned in and this and that, and it's like, well, if you look at the ratings graph, I mean, it couldn't have fucking dropped off a bigger cliff, and it just keeps on going down. So it's like, to my question is like, are you telling me that the ratings would be even worse if we just let the race happen? I don't think they would be. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but like, I mean, I genuinely think, and I get it, like people don't have attention span anymore. Like, but that's the thing. If you throw a caution, how many people are on board? I move on
Yeah.
to something else and like forget about the
I
race,
do it
miss
all the
the restart.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I it's just I don't understand how they like lost the point on so many different things, and stage racing absolutely included. Like that's one of those things exactly like playoffs. Man, does that look good on paper? We eliminate these drivers. It's gonna be crazy every single week. Yeah, and then we see all the dumb shit that comes with it, right? So it's like I just don't think people. I'm just sad with how many people have lost the genuine like spirit of the race. And I always like I always go back to the Indianapolis 500, and believe it or not, IndyCar races, all the races without stages. It's crazy. Some of them are great, some of them aren't. And believe it or not, they race NASCAR races with 2 stages, sometimes 3, and the race still sucks. So it's like, but at the end of the day, every last race is a new experience. Every last race is like, anything can happen. And I just you put yourself in such a box with the manufacturer's strategy. Oh, they have to make a decision, a pit or not pit. It's like, how many fucking times are you gonna put them in this same flip this? How many times do you hear flip the stage? Oh, the road course. Oh, we're gonna flip
Hmm.
the stage. To set up. You either want the points or you either want to
See,
go
we
for
got
the race
strategy
win.
right
Like,
here. We got
The
strategy.
same
Look.
thing every fucking stage, every fucking race. Wow.
yeah. So that brings it back then to the next gen car, because when you look at those, I don't know how many times and it stinks because my only thing I can compare it to is the only race I go to now, and I'm thinking about not even going to the Brickyard this year because the last two have just been absolutely awful. Like, and it's that way on iRacing too. And I hate to compare both, but I mean, it's iRacing's number one. I hate to say it's the most realistic car based off of watching the shit, in person on TV and then driving it in the simulator. It's awful. When we did that Coke race this year, there was nobody was able to pass anybody at any point in the run. And then you get in the real race, and it's the same way. But the only difference though is it's like right when they're about to make a pass, or right when somebody is thinking about pitting or undercutting, or the tires are just wearing in general. Let's throw a yellow. Let's group them back up, restart them, get them all strung out again, and then right when it's about to get going and interesting again, let's re-rack them again. I just I especially a track like Indianapolis, it's just unbelievable how just the arrow of those cars, and how, like, I remember the first year they returned to that oval. If you ever go back and watch that race, I'm telling you, Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney were about the only 2 cars that could make passes throughout the entire field. And Kyle Larson did shit with a stock car I have never seen in my life around Indianapolis to make passes. I don't think Indianapolis ever seen a stock car to take some of the grooves that man had to take just to perform some passes here and there. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. And again, it's like, well, most people are like, Indianapolis, not going to get a lot of passing there anyways. But I'm telling you, man, it can't be that difficult. You go back, I mean, not too many years ago, watching them things, I mean, just soar down the straightaways, screaming down the straightaways. The next gen car makes me sick listening to that thing. It's just like, it's not even a good kind of loud, it just hits you in the stomach, and it's like, ugh, I'd be cool with it if it went fast and it was badass as hell and they were slipping and sliding around. Not really. The honest to God, the most fun I've had watching the next gen in the last since the next gen cars come out is Indianapolis qualifying. Qualifying was more exciting than the race because turn 2 and just in general the track was so hot. And all the drivers know how fucking important it is to qualify well, because you can't pass. You cannot
Yeah.
pass. You get 2 times to pass all race, and it's stage 1, stage 2 yellow. So they go out there and put their fucking nuts on the dashboard. And you saw what happened. Denny Hamlin fucking killed himself. However many
Yep.
people knocked the wall down in turn 2. And I mean, like, that's what it's about. And you get in the race, it's just dog shit. So I'm fucking ranting at this point, but it's like, I mean, next, I hate the next gen car, every last damn thing about it. I guess one thing they're adding horsepower right to the short tracks. We're up to 750 now from
Wow.
600 or something. Yeah, whoop-de. I mean, it's better than nothing. If we could, I
Sure.
mean, I can't, dude. We live in the future, 2026. We can't, like, NASCAR, like big time fucking, like, dude. We can't get 900 horsepower. Why the hell not?
They gotta attract the new OEM guys. Guys, Honda's gonna join soon, guys.
It
It'll be
costs
fun.
too
They've even-
much. It
Yeah, I was
costs
about to
the
say
teams.
they
We gotta save the
pivoted
teams money.
from that excuse where they're just like, oh, it's too expensive when we have fucking billion-dollar corporations running the show, and yeah, they can't figure out how to get fucking 150
Money
extra
grubbing.
horsepower out of it.
Money
Yeah.
grubbing. You just speak about money grubbing. Let me go back to the one race I went to this year, and I'll talk about the other problem with it. So not only do you have a shitty racing product, most people will sit there and tell you a shitty racing product. I know there's a lot of people that just go to the race to get drunk and watch cars go around in the fucking track. You get that at most tracks, Indianapolis, same included. But most people that are there that have watched the racing and have seen that shit are like, what the fuck? And it's so sad because when they brought the oval back, I mean, they did like 70,000 people, which is pretty fucking good for a NASCAR race. Pretty stinking good. And it always is going to look sad at the IMS Oval, but whatever, you don't get that many people at a NASCAR track. I won't say mostly, but one reason why it doesn't help when you take seats out of every last
The only other
damn
track would
NASCAR
be
track.
Talladega and Daytona.
Exactly. So, I mean, my point being is that this experience now that you have, so like the race is one thing, but like they show up, you get one practice, and that one practice is 25 minutes. Like the value you have lost to go to one, and I'm sure it's not like this everywhere. Indianapolis, unfortunately, is a very big casualty because, I mean, again, not the greatest racing ever, but damn, they had some pretty cool moments when they had some pretty cool race cars going around there. Again, you'd show up and it's like a weekend thing. You're there to watch all the practice sessions. You're there to keep up with all the drivers coming in and out of pit road and gasoline alley and all this stuff. And it's like if you blink, you miss practice. Like, you imagine taking a little kid to the racetrack, these days, you get 25 minutes to take it all in. Sorry, lad,
That's
it's
it.
over.
Yeah.
We'll see you in qualifying where we get, one lap qualifying, which is fine. And then the race is going to suck ass. Damn. So I, I mean, and my problem this year was getting kicked out of the turn 2 grandstand where they had about 13
Oh,
people
yeah.
up there for
Yeah,
qualifying.
dude,
They
that's
have the
fucked up.
audacity. Roger Penske's fucking money grubbing ass has the audacity to post up Yellow Jacket. You wonder how many entries and openings there are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway around all those grandstands. They got a Yellow Jacket sitting at every last one of those damn openings. So
They'd
we
be
go up
saving
there.
more money not having all those yellow jackets around the entire track.
Yeah.
Just let them
Oh,
sit
yeah.
where they want.
There's a
General
lot of
admission.
options are on the table. We get up there and we show our, because when we walked in, we just walked in and bought tickets. They didn't ask us what tickets we want. They're like, give us, we want 2 tickets. Here you go. So we went up there. We showed them our tickets. They were a little confused and they took pictures of them. And they're like, go up there. And we were up there for 5 minutes and they sent some old ass dude to walk up all them fucking steps in the heat, take us all the way down there. For what? $15 upgrade on our ticket. That's just the most. Why would anybody go and do this shit? It'd be one thing if NASCAR was still cool. It ain't. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I don't want to go see this shit knowing that they're probably not going to do anything still to the car before Indianapolis and it's still going to suck ass. But it's like,
Dude,
if it happens there, it happens probably a lot of tracks. And you got to have that value some way or another.
no, I will say that's like one of the biggest changes in how I consume the sport. I feel like is like growing up, it was always the Bristol night race. We would always go and we always had everything planned out. So we would get to the track on Wednesday. So that way we could watch the Holler Parade was always on Thursday. I think the truck race was actually like Wednesday night. So yeah, you get there Wednesday, watch the truck race, you watch the Holler Parade for Cup on Thursday. Then Friday you have first practice like sometime early afternoon. You get qualifying later that night. And then obviously all the stuff with the nationwide series at that point is going. So they have their own like practice and qualifying that you get to keep track of. But then like you're keeping up with practice times, qualifying all throughout the weekend. So you get to see where your dude is throughout, how are we looking so far? You get on Saturday at some point, before the Busch race or whatever, you get morning final practice for Cup on Saturday. You get to watch the entire I guess Xfinity Series race. You get to go in, and then just Sunday is just all about Cup, where like everything that you've done the entire week builds up to this fucking 500 lap race at night. Everything, like everybody's buzzing, everybody's having a great time. And now, yeah, like you said, it's like you blink, and I mean, yeah, I show up to the track on like an hour and a half before the race starts, get in there, have a fucking great time, and then leave. I mean, it's just, yeah, there's nothing to do, the entire Thursday, Friday. Like it kills the even like tailgating at the track experience part of it.
I feel like NASCAR is like uniquely behind in that aspect of providing like a full weekend experience. Like you look at a goddamn Australian supercars race from 9 in the morning, they're running like goddamn 86s and then Utes and then Formula 5000s and then whatever the hell else. And they are just packing the days full of action. even here at CTMP, we watch a goddamn Pinty Series race. They only have one practice, one qualifying, but it doesn't matter because they've got radicals, they've got Formula
so
4
much shit going
cars,
on.
they've got Nissan Sentras. Like that's a goddamn like valuable weekend. You get, even at Daytona where they had the duels and shit, I was just the amount of money that I was dropping on those goddamn tickets to be there for like 2 hours and then like fuck off and go home. It's like, even you go to a Formula One race, you've got F2 and F3 in Europe and Porsche Super Cup and whatever, and they're doing like multiple things every day. Like you go on even the Formula One Sunday in the morning, they've got the F2 race. If you go on qualifying day, they've got the other F2 race and then the F2 qualifying, whatever the hell else. I don't understand how
we took a
NASCAR's
step
lost
backwards.
this. Well, it's just
NASCAR
so
took a step backwards.
disconnected from everywhere else in the like everywhere else. If you were putting people at a racetrack, you were putting like as many events on as possible, and NASCAR just doesn't bother.
Yeah, if NASCAR can shorten the races, make them 2 hours, get rid of the fucking stages, and make it truck in the morning. You got the Xfinity race at noon, and you got fucking Cup in the afternoon, all on the same day, Sunday. They all did their shit Friday and Saturday.
Man.
You make
God
it a whole
forbid
day.
God forbid you have even a drop of rain because the entire fucking schedule's fucked at that point. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, for me, the entire question is like, we're the top level of American motorsport. Like, why are we so worried about cost cutting? Like, why do we have to fucking pinch
Nickel
every
and dime.
penny we can? Yeah, like maybe again, like I don't know, the billion-dollar corporation can step in to like help the teams put on a fucking product on the racetrack for the fans to have a good experience.
No,
Crazy thought.
Well, we learned
all
how
about
much the
shareholder
Frances were
value.
yanking out of NASCAR.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is again, everybody commends Denny Hamlin. If they had just had a little bit of fucking follow through and been like, nah, y'all could have settled with us, you didn't, and then just fucking drove them home, we might be driving even better than we are right now, which is not very good, but
better than where we were a year ago, I guess. All right, that was a fucking
NASCAR ran over.
NASCAR talk. Can we look at some paint schemes for the next
We're not going to talk about football?
What do you got to say?
What is there to talk about football? What is there to talk about?
There wasn't even anything good
We got
this week.
coaches
This week
to talk
kinda
about.
sucked. I guess
We
the
do have
Rams
Atlanta
game was
has a
fun.
new coach.
Yeah, Kevin
who cares?
Stefanski, former Browns head coach. That's my boy now. Kevin Stefanski,
Yep, bringing
who
the
hired
offensive
his,
coordinator
I
with
was about
them.
to say hired his terrorist offensive coordinator, brought him with him to Atlanta. So fuck that. Tennessee, we got Robbie Saleh now from San Francisco. So we're fucking back. Cam Ward's back. I'm back.
Taking the football segment and just talk about teams that are out. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah,
let's go to Drip or
you
Drown.
want me to tell
Fuck
you the
you.
fucking Rams and the Seahawks?
You can talk about
Shut the
Buffalo
fuck
as
up.
well.
You know what time it is. It's Drip or Drown. Drip or Drown. Drip or Drown. It's Drip or Drown. Drip or Drown.
All right, we got a lot of paint schemes because we haven't recorded a lot of podcasts over the past like month. So I might quick fire some of these. I got some shit to say about at least one of these cars. But we're going to go through some of the upcoming Cup Series paint schemes that have been announced for 2026. And you let me know if it's a drip or a drown. First up, or a die. Fresh off the press today, Bubba Wallace has an Xfinity car.
Shit look like a bowling ball.
It does. I guess it's supposed to be fiber. I kind of hate it.
Is that what it looks like?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And whenever it's going to be on track, you know Gibbs is going to fuck it up somehow.
Well, it
Like
would be
2311.
2311 as that is the team.
I'm
he
sorry,
drives for, Ben.
2311. Same thing.
They,
Same
yeah,
team.
they also suck. They'll wrap it wrong.
I like the Robin Hood logo up the A post there. I feel like they don't really use that. Let's throw
That's
that on
cute.
there.
Dude,
I
didn't know this.
You'll see some shit. Teams will start putting shit up here too. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, back to real quick, more next gen slander. I don't know if you noticed this, but in the rules this year, they've made that A flap post completely mandatory for every track. So every single track gets a fucking little A post.
A new flap.
Oh my god.
That'll keep them on the ground.
Flap
Just
now.
one more flap, guys.
Yeah, one more.
Some of the Ram trucks have been released.
dude, there's not a good one. There's not a single good Ram.
So Daniel Dye's gonna run this Mopar thing, and then Brendan Queen's gonna run this Cummins one. And they're putting the next gen number placement on a truck, which is disgusting.
That is diabolical.
They're taking my culture away from me. God damn it.
They're also just like not good designs. These kind of suck. This looks like an NR 2003 kid job to just be like, oh, line.
What is next to the number? What is that glob of shit?
It's a Ram.
It's a Ram, dude. Dude, it's the colic Ram, man.
Nothing stops Ram. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Like, you're gonna show off your new truck model, and then it's just that and that, and then there's Tony Stewart's gonna race Daytona, which is kind of sick.
God.
But the paint scheme is just the same thing with some fucking paint splatter on it.
There's
I don't
piss
know.
stains on the side of my truck. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I like some of the Colic design stuff in the past. These are brutal, man.
I really don't like putting a big block of shit right next to the number on the door. It just looks stupid.
It's just
the number placement in that Ram is
oh, you mean this?
not great.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I get what it's supposed to be. I don't look stupid.
And you're gonna move the number for that, like just to make your stupid Ram bigger? Like that doesn't need to be that big. People
Also,
can see
yeah,
it.
like kill brand exposure for the company that's actually sponsoring your vehicle, so you can't blow up the logo because there's a fucking Ram. No, I mean like on the Cummins truck, for example, on the fucking, like you can make that logo way fucking bigger.
Just make it this big. Put the number back, and then the Cummins can be even bigger. But whatever. Justin Allgaier, Daytona 500. They've got a new number 40 car.
I'm in the minority. This for me is like a clear upgrade from last year. I like this.
I kind of don't like
better
it.
than-
I'll take
I like
a look
this
at
one
last
way
year's.
better than the one that
I'm about to say I need a
last year.
picture.
So here. So last year's had the sort of I really
Piece
like
of
this
shit
fucking
number.
shadow thing.
Yeah.
And this year, I guess they wanted to do like a classic thing, so they kind of like made their own contigs, sort of, in the new
throwing back
like
to a 70s scheme.
designated sponsorship space. I kind of hate it. Mainly because it reminds me of those piece of shit Alex Tagliani Canada Series cars, with the way the number is like shoved up into the corner. Here, let me pull that up. It just it looks like these fucking things with their stupid. I hate these cars so much.
No, it fucking doesn't.
Well, it reminds me of it.
Bad. And also,
But
that's
just-
a base scheme, so shut the fuck up.
This dinky little number like shoved up in there, and it's it's really
you're
ugly
gonna see
too.
this thing on the track, and it's gonna be a banger. Like this thing is gonna hit Daytona, and it is gonna be a banger.
Better than
it
this?
looks way better. Yes, that thing is piece of shit brown all over it. I mean, they turned it to
Like
red.
the
It
colors are
looks
better,
sick.
yeah.
The orange number is way better. Yeah, I feel stronger the more I look at it. Like I was like, I kind of like it more, the first time I looked at it. But the more time passes, the more I like
There
it.
is so much just shit on it though. Like even all this shit on the quarter panel.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta use up that space.
We'll see how it is on the racetrack when we get some actual photos.
It's gonna be a fucking banger when it hits Daytona. I don't want to hear otherwise.
Maybe it will be. Yeah, I also hate this fucking gradient thing in the number. That looks ass. Chef Boyardee is gonna be on the
Why are
47
we
car.
even showing this? Why are we even showing this? It's gonna be in 31st
Look at him,
place
man.
on 3 different occasions.
Got
We're
all
not
this
even gonna be
fucking
watching the race because of
ravioli.
fucking Fox Sports coverage. We're gonna be boycotting while these races happen.
I just love that they
who
put a
cares, Nick?
big ass thing of ravioli on the side of the car. That's all I care
That's
about.
awesome.
Kind of sick.
How much can I buy one of those race used doors for? That would be awesome. Get a nice donut on the
Dude,
chef.
just the chef's face. Just a chef's face up behind
Well,
you.
the
That would
panel
be
is going to
sick.
cut
right
right
on.
through the middle of his face, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
makes it even better. No, it makes it even better.
All right.
What happened?
But you know, there's going to be a panel because this car is going to be wrecking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I don't even know what
It's not
race
the
this
worst thing I've
is
ever
going
seen.
to have this set, but I kind of like it,
I will
especially
say,
for a 47 car.
I enjoy that we don't have enough manufacturer visibility and that we just had to fucking throw the logo on the rear windshield, the
Oh
manufacturer
yeah.
on every single fucking
I-
car.
I
Chevrolet.
need to make a goddamn like diagram of how often NASCAR changes their banner rules, because every goddamn year they're just like, let's change something. We'll put the names on the front, and then we'll put the names on the back, and then we'll put the sponsor on the front, and then we'll put the name on both, and then we'll take the name off the back, we'll put the manufacturer on the back. And the fact that in the Xfinity series, whatever, last year, you had the purple banner, which is if you're like normal. You get the black banner if you're not running for points, but then the playoffs, you get a purple banner if you're in the playoffs and a black banner if you're not. And then it would change series to series. And in Craftsman, it's like you put the logo on the front and you don't get the name on the front. Every other series has the name on the front.
Unless you're in the playoffs, because then you get Craftsman and then you get the name on the front at the same time.
I'm too autistic for this shit. Fucking pick something and just make them all normal.
And once again, another
Stop changing
fantastic
it.
car. Another fantastic car design note about the next gen is you're not even going to be able to read the manufacturer because we had to
have
build slits into the goddamn windshield because the car ran too hot and was burning the drivers up.
They approved that with the hood, didn't they? The vents on the hood, they changed.
Yeah, you can wrap them now, because I think they used to have like a black carbon one on the Chevys that you couldn't do, and now.
Dude, that's the most NASCAR shit ever. We're gonna just change 60, 70 years of history with how we design the cars, and then let's design them to give so much more space for the companies, what have you, and then just completely fuck the hood of the car with the vents and all that shit. We don't care about that. We're trying to get the side popping, and then by the way, who cares about Xfinity trucks? That's not where just leave it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Speaking of Xfinity, I guess this is O'Reilly. Who is this? Carson Quapple. Got a new paint scheme for this year. Less orange, but more black, and it's got this cool little fucking slash on the side. This thing's sick. It reminds me a lot of the Truex 56 car that I ran in the Daytona 500 last year, and I think it's very cool.
Yeah, I enjoy.
I like the orange roof too. Big fan of that.
Yeah. Sick.
William Byron
fuck is this shit?
is racing with Form Energy. You couldn't tell from the front, obviously, because it just has this shit.
It looks like an unsponsored car.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Literally falling off the car.
Dude, this is a I know we just did it. This is a very early die of the year contender.
This could be in the running for die of the year. And it's like that random there was a random fucking energy drink on Chase Elliott's car a few years ago. I remember. Like this thing's not gonna last. We do the work, okay.
Who's that guy at Talladega going down there the backstretch that one year with his front hood decal flying up? You remember that? Maybe it was Daytona. I know it was a play track. Hadn't been played. That's what that shit looks like. It looks like it's
like it's getting peeled off the front here. Yeah, it's just plain white.
Off. Or that thing that Lionel used to do before they'd show the paint scheme. They'd give you like the nose of it.
Oh, they'd pull the little cover.
Yeah. That's just a goofy looking car, man.
That's weird. Build Submarines got an updated paint scheme for all of the RFK cars, where they just made it black.
And it's worse.
It sucks. I'll be honest. This is so much worse than the ones that we've had for the past couple years. Are sick with the fucking like white on the side.
So we've looked at like 10 paint schemes, and we've decided that whopping one of them is good, and it's not even a cup car.
Yes.
Why they put all those little numbers, all that stuff on there, make it look like a submarine? Why don't they just make it look like a submarine? Just lean into it, take all the stripes off and shit, to make it look like a side of a submarine.
Yeah, make it matte black with the rivets in it.
I don't mind though. I like the colors, but
I like the idea of making it look like a submarine or whatever. But like, oh, that's interesting. They squeezed a little bodyguard in there now. They extended the RFK stripes. These things used to be further back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Am I going crazy?
Add a little ad.
They squeezed the number, yeah.
They're called pillars, guys.
I like how bodyguard is on one side, but it's not on the other side.
Well, these are all three different cars.
Or it's not on the other renders.
I don't know.
I'm stupid. That's why.
Palette cleanser, Ross Chastain, Bush Light, This is fucking sick.
Yeah,
This is
that
like
thing's
all of the good parts of the fish car, the original fish car.
Nut.
And just taking out the bush circle and just making a big ass hood logo.
hot. Dude.
It's also a cute little
Banger.
reveal. There's the fish car. Hell yeah. That's an all-timer. I think about that fish car all the time.
Dude,
This
so
is sick.
is he just running the Busch Light car all year? Because I mean, if it looks like this, I'm fine. I'm in.
Yeah. Well, they said Apple's going to be back, at least. Plus, I imagine they'll do other things. But this is sick. This is a great base one.
It reminds me of Harvick that one year where they were just like, yeah, he's just fucking Busch Light now.
Fucking Worth
Whoa.
is just.
Oh my!
I feel like this
God.
is the most Penske cars ever, where it's just like, here's some logos and then some gradients, and then that's just
and a number cut out.
what they are.
Did Roger design these himself? Fucking throw a little color in there and it's good.
Yeah, these suck. They used to have a cool little like slash thing going on. It's just fucking.
I feel like the black,
drown.
red, white color combo is like really good, and they just fucked it.
Yeah.
I like how the gradient like blends into the bottom of the logo too. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Eero's got a new paint scheme with some fucking sound waves or something on the 21.
The way Wi-Fi should be.
Supposedly.
The way should it be?
Are they making these blue? These rear Ford banners?
Oh.
Are they gonna be over the slits?
No. Yeah, that thing's gonna get cut off. Oh. Okay.
Oh, this is a fun one.
So Hendrick is doing this thing this year where I guess they're just getting a bunch of different designers to make their cars. So they revealed 2 Valvoline paint schemes, one for Kyle Larson, one for William Byron, done by 2 different designers. And this like the 5 one's okay. The 5 one, I don't mind it. I think this is the best one since the 2021 car, which was like the best Valvoline one. There's a lot. I don't know what all this is going on.
I was about to say, the more like my initial reaction with the 5 car was like, yeah, like I could get behind it. The more I look at it, it's like the opposite of that Justin Allgaier car, where the more I like it, like the less I like it. Or the more I look at it, the less I like it.
Not a fan. Red number, gross.
It's yeah. I could tell who the designer was immediately. The 24.
Mildly
I saw this get revealed on like the Hendrick Twitter, and I was just sitting looking at this car thinking, I hope the designer isn't someone that I admire, because this is one of the biggest piece of shits I've seen in my entire life. Like this slash down here, like being the opposite of this and just a completely different side. He like tried to do this mask thing on the like the Blackbeard mask thing on the front, but it's just like not good. And then there's just like a gradient on the side. Like I was just like, this is a fucking disaster. Like what?
It's all over the place.
Nothing is the same. Everything's different. All the angles are just there's just no coherence. And then I saw the designer on Twitter and I was like, oh, that's not your best work. Because I like a lot of the stuff that they've done. I like the confetti Valvoline 24 that they ran last year is the same dude, and that looked good. And then I was like, this is real. This makes me want to fire up a fucking live stream again where I redesign shit. This is such a. He wrote that. This is horrible. This is just like. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what is?
That's really sad though too, because Valvoline's I feel like one of the best sponsors for like a paint scheme. A great color.
He tried to do. He tried to do like a Mark Martin thing with the V on the hood, and it like kind of goes down onto the side, but there's just random shit everywhere.
Yeah, problems.
That's bad. It's really bad. I just wanted to say my piece. Don't fucking show this to him because I admire the designer a lot, but this is a piece of shit. Like, this is fucking bad. That sucks.
Oh my god.
So
this is another one of
this is a different designer.
Hendrick will find a good one after a while. I mean, 0 for 3, but
I kind of like it.
No, the more I look at it, the less I like it. I like again.
Really?
My initial reaction was like, all right, but yeah, like the longer I sit with it, the more I'm like,
So it being green is definitely
That's what's
insane.
doing it for me. And that nose, like right off the bat.
this has the other like.
This is a thing. Everyone like Blackbeard did it in 2018 on the 95 Casey Kane cars, where he started putting this like mask around the Camaro lights, and now everyone wants to do it, and I don't quite like it usually. I like the side though, I really do. So the first thing I did when I saw this was like, what if it was pink? What if it was like the normal Ally colors that we're used to? So I whipped up a fucking Photoshop.
This I like better.
Yes, this is way better.
What's that other color they got? What do you call that?
It hides the
teal,
issues
turquoise
for me.
I don't like whatever color it is. I don't like it with the.
Yeah,
well,
I think
even then, it's like I think it has a little bit of the Valvoline syndrome where there's just shit happening everywhere. Like there is no room to breathe at all. And I think the pink, what the pink helps with is it makes the shapes more subtle, like as opposed to like the turquoise.
That's what
it's
I
just
like
like
about
The
bang on the
gasoline
fucking
green.
door.
Yeah.
So this was done by a very good helmet designer, which is why I think it looks the way it does, because it's very helmety to have this kind of shit just kind of everywhere. Maybe they'll find a good one eventually. Chase Briscoe is sponsored by Freebird Southern Spring Water.
Wow.
And they're going to be on the 19.
Pasteurized water.
It's not giving good vibes. I don't know anything about like why do we need
Is
Southern
this one that we're
Spring
gonna have
Water?
to look up and see that
Let's look up Freebird.
yeah, let's look
Southern,
up Freebird.
Right.
Southern
Freebird
Spring Water.
All fun and games until it's another
Spring
Nestle Nestle water bottle company.
Proudly sourced.
Blue
Hold on,
Ridge
what is
Mountain
our-
Pipe. Fuck off.
Look how
It looks
proud
like
he
they're
is
going
drinking that
for
water.
Southern vibes. They do have diversity in their advertising campaign, so that's good.
This looks like they're trying to do.
Born in the USA. Hell yeah, brother.
This looks like Liquid Death.
Yeah, they're trying to do liquid death,
Yeah.
where you're a recovering alcoholic and need to hide that you're a recovering alcoholic, so you're going to drink this.
I don't know who these fucking people are. I mean, good luck. I don't know if you can make that much money selling water.
Click
in a
on the
can.
about. Let's see what
we
their
are. I'm
story
looking at the
is.
about. Can you hear it? That's the crack of a cold, crisp can. We're the water in your hand when the day's been won, lost, or just survived. So pull up a chair, grab a cold one, and drink freely, because
It's water.
darling, the best things in life are meant to be enjoyed. Scroll down. Why Freebird? We're not reinventing water. Mother Nature already
It's
nailed it.
water.
Ours is spring fed from the Blue Ridge Mountains and canned for the road ahead. Crisp, clean, and ready for whatever the day throws at you. Feels just as right on a porch as it does at a pit stop.
Can I say something controversial?
Sure.
What the fuck is wrong with Americans? Why you can't drink tap water? Like, or like a Brita filter or whatever. Why do we need canned water? And I understand there's people that'll live and die by liquid death, which I think is kind of insane because it's just water. Do we need
Well,
like?
have you seen the head of the EPA recently?
Wow, that's fair.
I mean, that is true. They're putting all this fluoride, they're putting all this 5G bullshit in our water to make us susceptible
Is that
to
it?
propaganda.
Is that why people sell canned water? That just blows my mind. Anyway, fucking Chase Briscoe, who is known for.
Good to know there's a Southern Spring alternative.
Yeah. Chase Briscoe, whose wife famously drinks unpasteurized milk, and he probably does too. So, they have good opinions on what you should be drinking.
All I'm gonna know, it was an alternative version of me, but there was a rather inebriated. You drink raw milk at the start finish line when he won that Talladega race, and I hope he heard it.
Fucking Rexel is gonna be on the 42 car.
Okay. The sponsor placement on this is a fucking banger. That's like a perfect. Great job, Legacy Motor.
There's
Plug.
something like
It's like classic.
something
I like
retro
it.
about it.
90s. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
this. Maybe it's just the
Yeah, no,
logo
this
and the
thing-
way it's
this
got this
thing's
little line
sick.
thing under it. But like, I feel like this on like a 87 in iRacing would actually go kind of insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the typeface itself is kind of retro too, so like it kind of makes it
this
feel like
fucking-
that. And then the
bounding
42,
shape, like
yeah, that's sick.
I never thought I would have this many feelings about an electrical supply company.
This
But
looks like
fucking
a
good design.
pharmaceutical to me. It looks like
Does,
fucking
yeah.
That true.
over the
That too.
counter.
This like rendering really emphasizes those hood vents. That is just ugly as shit. Do we really need those for the race car?
That's
Like,
true.
golly.
Zepp has switched from Stuart Haas.
We're back to pieces
whatever the hell
of
they were
shit.
last year to the 19 and the 54. This is an actual
Not that bad, I guess.
image from their press release. This is the highest quality of this I could find on the
All
internet.
250 pixels of them.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think they forgot to upload the high quality one. Someone probably sent this from their phone. But anyway.
I'm thinking those
Uh,
numbers are gonna look a lot cooler when the
I hope
race
so.
comes
Yeah.
around, the sunlight or something.
Oh,
Jimmy
my
Johnson
God.
has a
Jimmy John,
brand
again.
new design.
Just fucking retire, man.
Hang it
Just
up, old
fucking
man.
hang him up. Just hang him up, man. No one's making you do this. No one is holding a gun to your head and said, "Hey, one more Daytona 500, Jimmy."
Guys, maybe
God.
this one he's gonna win again. Maybe
Carvana
this will be
just-
the one.
They want to wreck one more fucking race car. They ain't wrecking nothing in 2 different series. Let's go one more.
That
Okay.
car has a halo over it, and it's literal.
Dude, I like Drive Through can attest to this. I might be the biggest proponent on the planet for throwing some blue and some neon yellow together. But why are we throwing neon yellow and gold and 2 shades of
Dude, this
blue
shit's so-
and gradients?
I love that in his washed era, like these Carvana cars, every single one, like across the 3 years or whatever he's been with them in the 2 series, everyone is just like, like nothing interesting. They did that stupid Shaq one last year that was in the running for one of the worst. It's just, it's the most like washed Jimmy Johnson thing. And listen, I as a child saw Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car kicking ass, and I was like, hell yeah, that's my fucking guy. I was checked
On
out
the side.
in like 2020, and he just keeps showing up and doing absolutely fuck all.
Sad.
Anyway, there's your fucking drip or drown for this week.
That Carvana car was so bad, I've lost motor function of my body. I'm just stuck here.
That was a tough drip or drown in general. All right. All that out of the way. Do we need an Animal Planet? I was just gonna rip straight to fucking media checking because I want to talk about the video game. I want to talk about NASCAR 25.
I don't have any animals. No animals.
Cozy, you have any animals?
Huh? Oh,
Any animals to report on?
I probably won't be able to
Figurative
see
or
it.
literal?
There's you can't really see it. I got an old cat passed the hell out back here on this electric blanket. I don't know where the other ones are at. Little munchkins.
Dude,
That was a
I
cute
can
one when you get
report-
there.
And actually, I don't know if I've talked about the cat on the podcast, but my family recently had a new addition. And yeah, this fucking cat has taken over my household. Loves chewing fucking wires. I've had to spray bitter taste all over all the fucking wires that are exposed. But she makes up for it because she does cute shit like this where she sits on my lap and it's blown the fuck out and you can't see it. But there you go, kind of.
Yeah, something
She
in there.
just sprawled the fuck out.
Dude, that cat loves it is actually really based because she'll come in here at the end of the night and hop on my lap. But we've been doing a lot of Cole Phillips nights where DT will just stream NHL 17 for us. Oh, there you go.
Aw.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, he'll
That
stream
pose is
NHL.
so funny.
Big
She's just
comfy.
His
fucking-
his career mode, and she'll be in my lap and see the hockey going on the screen, just like all the quick movement back and forth. And she's all fucking about it. She'll hop up on the desk, start like pawing up at the mouse, at the fucking whatever's happening on the screen. So yeah, shout out to the fucking cat.
All right. I wanted to talk NASCAR 25 specifically. I wanted to make like. I thought about this for a while,
dude.
What?
I'm just gonna. I don't know what you're about to go into, but we need to propose our points format to Cozy to see if.
Yeah,
he's on board.
We need to tell him about our degeneracy.
We'll eventually get
go
here.
with your bit first. Yeah, go with your.
But
bit first.
I just wanted to make like a NASCAR 26 feature wish list. I wanted to put together a list of like things that we would like to see in the future video game, or updates to the current video game, or things that they should have put in the current video game, whatever.
Yes.
And I know, Cozy, your experience has been like just career mode. And I got through like a season of ARCA, and then I got to the fucking Truck Atlanta race, and I got stuck because it sucks, and I just didn't feel like doing it. And I think we've explained this on the show before, but we have found like new life in this video game by just ripping AI lobbies. So it's like me, Caleb, Ben, and a bunch of AI dudes. Plus like sometimes Jacob or Cody or like whoever else will jump in, and we're just ripping like 25% length Xfinity races. Like no stages, no nothing. And it's really fucking fun. Like the way the races play out and shit. We did have to impose a minimum PSI requirement, because otherwise we just kick the AI's ass.
Yeah, we can't change the settings for the AI, so we throw 40 PSI on the tires immediately.
Oh. Okay.
And we came up with the idea of like pasting, like taking the results, putting them into a spreadsheet, and calculating our own points format so we can do our own championships. Which is insane, but I set up a whole fucking thing where we just dump the results in and it does all the math for us. And Caleb and Ben were like, what if we just came up with the most fucked up point system like possible? And at the end of each race, like we go out there with the AI, whatever, we do our race, and then they get subjected to just these fuck ass point systems. We're currently doing the NFL. Caleb, do you want to explain the NFL in
Yeah, we can explain the NFL.
Ball in my racing, man.
Do you want to bring up the spreadsheet, DT?
Yeah. It's specifically just meant to be the most fucked thing. Oh, it's so stupid.
Me and Ben routinely we'll finish the season in big time NASCAR 25 Shrimpfinity. Have a couple of Ben drinks and decide what the fuck to do next. So yeah, this year we were like, let's take the NFL points format and apply it to NASCAR. So what we've done is we take all 36 of our full-time drivers from the prior season and just one by one put them into these two conferences, the
Xfinity Union
and
the O'Reilly Confederacy.
So all your odd numbers go into the Union, and then all your even numbers go into the Confederacy. And then by that, you get grouped into your divisions that you now become division rivals with. And to make the playoffs, your entire goal is to win your division. So because we have 36, it made more sense to split it up into 6. So we have 3 division winners and then 3 wild cards, with your top 2 getting buys, obviously taking the old NFL format. And then we go through the playoffs as normal from there. Your wild cards face off against each other. The top 2 get buys. And we reseed every round. So best one wins a championship. You get the NASCAR Super Bowl, the Pilot Flying J Super Bowl, as we call it, for the Michael Annett Cup. And
rest in peace.
Yeah. God damn it. It's a fucking abomination, and I love it.
You got to zip this up and send it to NASCAR headquarters. The suits over there probably
Dude,
beat
they
off to
would-
this format.
Oh my
They
God.
would fucking
Yeah.
love it. The point system is also completely fucked. Where each race you get points based on how badly you're doing in the standings. So if you're like 40th in the standings, you just get 40 points for being ass, and then like everything always compresses. If you finish last multiple times, you just get negative points.
Yeah, that was us combating the AI sucking so much.
So far, it worked.
Kept on, yeah.
Because
But yeah,
Ben and
it's just
I
a
are
fuck
at the
you last
front.
place finish.
Caleb is 12th in points with a tough run.
What's going on, Caleb?
Well, he has 10 top fives, and he's behind Nick Sanchez, who has 1 top 5 because
It's
he's
because I got put
getting
in Ben's
fucked.
division and I've just been fucked on by the rest of the conference. I think I missed it by like 2 points and I'm back in 12th.
It was the most
That's
fucking
incredible.
what, season 3 when fucking Dean Thompson won the championship.
Yes.
And Ben with 9 wins finished 5th because we just had a fucked point system where like the 6th through 10th get double points in like the second to last race. Dean Thompson ended up taking it home.
Ben didn't show up. Game 7 moment.
That's true. Lights are bright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's incredible.
It's fucking fun. It's actually really fun to just rip races in the Xfinity series. We tried to do a cup season, and you're gonna experience this. But the next gen just drives like a next gen, and it just sucks.
It was not fun at all.
We have spoiled ourselves, and we did one truck season, which was pretty fun, but we're just ripping Xfinity over and over. But I wanted to make. They actually, hold on. They updated today. They added all the numbers, which for some reason in the custom paint booth when the game came out, they only had like just 10 or 12 completely random numbers in each series that you could pick. But today they figured out how to count from 0 to 99, and you can pick whatever number you want, just like the good old days.
That is funny that retrospectively there were a bunch of kids that were just making up bullshit about licenses and shit as to why they couldn't do it, and then they were just like, "We're doing it."
No, it was one of the big guys. I think it was who's Steve iRacing? Forget his name.
Oh yeah,
Steve
Yeah,
Myers?
he was like, yeah, we can't do that anymore. And then the kids were like, what the fuck you mean? And then they actually apparently can after a couple months.
that's all I ever heard. Is NASCAR was weird about stuff like that, and they wouldn't let them use certain numbers. It was like that back in the NASCAR heat day. That's what I was ever told. And it's like,
remember when it was fucking like 28, 36, 99, and just like,
yeah,
that was crazy.
what's the what's the point?
So I think it's just the teams were it's overprotective of their identities, and in order to unlock all of the numbers, they have removed the font that looks like the Hendrick font from the custom paint booth, which also looks like the Gibbs 20. And now that they have removed that font, you can put every number in. So I'm not going to point fingers, but yeah, I think we know who's preventing who from doing what. Anyway, glad they finally got that out of the way, and I can run a 77 car like God intended. I wanted to make a wish list of things for NASCAR 26 because I have a lot of thoughts about the video game and how it races and what it does and how it would look into the future. And I even took notes.
Notes for a podcast?
Now that the bones, now that we
It's
know that
on
the
my
bones are
mind.
good.
The bones
NASCAR 25
are really
bones
good.
are good. Yes.
I
Now
mean,
we need to
Cozy,
expand.
Cozy found some cheese with the plate setups, but like the base like driving experience is really like genuinely good in a way that it I think never has been since I think the EA days. And I guess they wanted it to be really like career focused in the first release NASCAR 25, which I appreciate. But there's definitely some problems.
What else were they gonna focus on?
I'm glad they didn't do esports because I was worried they were going to be like fucking NASCAR Heat esports and come out the gate swinging with that. And I'm really glad that is just like not even.
Well, couldn't do that because we don't have any. We don't have good cameras on the track for one thing. Let alone you can't.
Don't get me started on that one. Oh, man.
I don't know how they messed that. Like that seems like you could take 2 guys and take like a week and just like put cameras everywhere that makes sense.
Dude, that's my whole experience with the entire game is that maybe I'm just a dumbass that doesn't understand how games are made, but how fucking hard could it be to do half of the shit that is wrong with the game? And that's the greatest example. It's like not one dev sat there and completed a race and wanted to get a cool little screenshot of their car or wanted to go back and see a wreck or something. you know?
Pole.
And it's like, yeah, sitting there looking at a fucking pole, and it's like, let me take a note here to write that down to fix that, at some point for the release.
Or
Nah,
you're
fuck it. And it's like
fucking in
every track.
space looking down at the track.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's awful, and it's every single track. I don't think there's one track that has good camera angles. There might be like one here or there, and just might be timed right. But it's like,
I'm
my
interested
biggest
in
thing.
what the new tracks look like, if they got the cameras
That's
correct
gonna
or
be
not.
insane.
Yeah, it'd probably be.
I think there's a few people that should be let go from the organization, and one is whoever put the cameras down. Two is whoever made the track limit penalties. Like, you need a new line of work. And they still haven't fixed. They've put out a good number of updates since that game came out, and they still haven't even given us a setting to turn off the track limit things. Which
See, that's
is
by
insanity.
design choice, and that's what I say now because that's what they said about the Cup Series drivers running in the lower ranks and competing for the championship.
That's
for
also fucked up.
For whatever reason, they couldn't make the game realistic. So by design choice, they did that. Why? I don't know. But any other dumb thing I see with the game must have been a design choice. I don't know. But really, I mean, why couldn't they have made the right drivers eligible for the right series? It's not like they're hurting for drivers in any of the series.
Fucking series that you're putting in your game. The rules are those guys can't run for championships.
Exactly. The track limits. I want to talk about that real quick because that's just fucking stupid. I mean, not one developer pulled up road course. Like,
not one guy got loose in the fucking bus stop.
Is it like that online? Have you done road courses online?
Oh yeah,
and you can turn off black flags, and it still does it, even if you turn off black flags.
Yeah, that's crazy to me because I mean, iRacing, it's not a great system either way, but at least gives you what it probably should do. It's just like a time penalty where you give it back. Even that's kind of like not great because you end up giving back way more time than you end up really cutting in the first place. But
the one that pisses me off,
than just having to stop in the middle of the fucking track, like
and sit
that is by
there
the
for
dumbest
like 3
I've ever
seconds.
seen. Yeah, it's not even a stop and go; it's a stop and hold for a second. Oh, there you go.
The one that pisses me off the most, and I don't know how this hasn't been changed. I don't know how someone hasn't been like, "Hey, we should change this." The Watkins Glen turn 1 runoff, where it's like you can go 4 lanes off of the racetrack and you're good, no problem. But if you go 5 lanes off of the racetrack, die. Nope. You're stopped. You're going to the back.
Sitting for 2 seconds.
Even though that's what everyone does in real life. Like in real life, everyone goes out to the wall, and there's just an invisible line somewhere there that you just, God forbid, you cross it.
Yep. That's probably a conversation for another day with what they fucking what they've done to Watkins Glen and how they just let these
fucking
parking lot, like, just no track limits, no nothing. I did Circuit of the Americas in the game just a day or 2 ago, and it's kind of the same thing. But like,
and
my thing with it is like, it's an iRacing title. Like, iRacing is very high and mighty about their simulation and this and that, and it's like all these little things that it's like, it's iRacing. You should have these, pretty simple things down, a pretty better fundamental system than it's like the pit adjustments. How does iRacing release any kind of racing game without any pit adjustments? That entirely in itself pissed me off because they basically just released an unfinished game because you can't tell me it's a finished game and you're just gonna add pit stops like a month later, or pit stop adjustments a month later.
They did it quickly, but yeah, it's insane that they released it after like 3 years or whatever and just didn't have pit adjustments.
That's what frustrates me. You still can't take left side tires only.
That's carryover from heat.
We complained about incessantly in NASCAR heat. Like, what the fuck do you mean you can't take left side tires? And then, so that's the thing that pisses me off the most. And like my NASCAR 26 wish list boils down to like do the little things to make it not stupid, and it'll be a great video. It'll be an all timer. But there's so many little NASCAR heat-isms that are just in there that fucking the AI pit strategy horrible. If it's like if you can put 20 laps in the fuel tank and there's 21 to go, the AI are like not doing, I'm staying out, I'm not touching the pits, whatever, and then you can pit and make it to the end and just flip the field and win. I mean, the NASCAR heat lines very well, where they run the bottom of the front stretch and turn into the corner, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
The way the game drives, I think, is genuinely really good, but the AI like make it a more frustrating experience because they can enter every corner better than you and can't exit as good as you. And if they just tune the
And it's definitely
AI,
worse on certain tracks than others.
if they just tune the AI to enter slower and exit faster, I think it would be like immediately a like 100% better experience racing with AI if they enter the same speed and can't just fucking send it in the corner every time while I wash my ass up the hill to then get them back on the next straightaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, it takes me back to like, because how long is iRacing on the simulation? How long have they had AI cars on there where you can mess with?
2021, I think, is when they started it.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea other than I know it's been a handful of years, like, well, at least before NASCAR 25 was announced. So, like, when I think of that game or what I thought about that game, I'm like, and I sit there and actually end up playing the AI, I'm like, I was just really disappointed because, yeah, it's like,
It's
and
NASCAR
again,
Heat.
like, yeah, we've done I've done plenty of testing with the, the cup cars or whatever, AI cars on iRacing to prepare for this or that, but it's almost useless cuz they're stupid on the sim too. They're just not realistic. And then so I'm not surprised it doesn't translate very well for the video game, but yeah, like you said, it's a lot of the same NASCAR heat stuff, and that stuff can be, tuned. It's really nice, and that's the thing too. I always got to remind myself because I'm bad about just complaining about every little fucking thing and being an asshole about it, but you can give the game props when it deserves props, at the same rate too, which again doesn't have a lot going for it. No, but I tell you what, that driving though, that
Mm.
driving, that's what's really kept me playing
Mm-hmm.
the game, because you mentioned earlier, it might be the best since I think it's better than the EA games, to be honest
It
with you.
is,
I
yeah.
don't think, because like I think about slipping and sliding and just hanging on for dear life, and maybe that was the fun of the more car at that time, or it just translated that way differently. Obviously the cars, like, none of the series have as much horsepower as really what you had then, but like and I think the PlayStation, like PS5 I play on, I feel like that really adds to it, just the next generation of like the controller itself, feeling it, and feeling the weighted triggers and all that stuff. Like, it still blows me away because it brings me back to my days as a little kid, playing a PS2 controller or whatever, just plastic piece of shit, is just shitty buttons and you're just clanking and cracking, and it's like now it's I didn't even want to play it on a wheel. It's awesome on a controller. It's so much
And I
fun.
haven't
So
touched it
it's
on a
like,
wheel.
yeah, so every last little thing, man, it's just like, man, we could just clean up the whole rest of the game, because it's like one thing after another after the AI difficulty. That's the one thing I've complained
Dude,
about and I've been
it's
roasted
so
for and
bad.
this and that. It is so stupid. Like, I don't like, how hard is it? I will volunteer my time to at least go and Google all these track records for these people so they can have some sort of concept of how fast they go, vehicle to track, track to vehicle. Like, what the fuck? It should, like, what are we doing? It shouldn't be that hard. All this information that it's out there. Like, you can't tell me they can't just either like, increase the AI speed a little bit or back them down a little bit. It's usually they got to back them down. But my thing with it is, it's like when you play F1 game, you play 24 different tracks, and every single track is a little bit different with the AI. And you can't ever just get one. And also your speed changes all the time. So like, when I think back of 2004, Thunder 2004, the whole the whole structure of the game is based off of, like, you start one place and then you're trying to get up to speed and get up through the pack, but it's like you can't. It throws the entire game off when every single week the AI is a different speed, and from first fastest car to the slowest cars, it's different. You go on the play tracks, you can beat the shit out of it. You can pull the whole pack. I found out, with some different things. And then you go to like Bristol or what, I the Circuit of the Americas. I still have the tier one equipment when I did that. But you watch the AI whip around the S's and all that stuff on the new the course they did there, and it's like it's
Which
just ridiculous looking because they're on rails and the cars just don't move like that. And it's like, what
that's
am I
also
watching? Like,
the wrong layout in that game of Coda. They don't have the one that NASCAR
that's what I
raced, which
thought.
is
I remembered seeing a wall that they're bouncing off of and wrecking into, and it just didn't. I never went back
there's an
to
extra
look
little
at it, but
chicane. It's actually the supercars layout that they ran like 10 years ago and not the NASCAR one, which is crazy to me. But
that's interesting.
Watching you go with like a fucking like 150p car or whatever, third gear New Hampshire, to just like a
Yeah.
worse car at the Roval, and you're just like top 10 is insane to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
And
it's just, and I still don't make any sense to me.
I never developed a video game, but how hard can it be to just get like 10 dudes, have them run every track, gather how fast they are, and make the AI like that
Yeah.
level even across
Yeah.
all of the racetracks?
Yeah.
Well, you do have to
mean,
remember the shitty
F1
setups
can't
that
do
they
it.
started with.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah. There's
The
see, here's the
default
thing.
setups.
What it boils down to is suit wearing people, making NASCAR decisions, and then you got a bunch of non-drivers making driving games. So what it boils down, and again, it takes me 5-10 minutes to get in there and just tweak the setup around to where it just doesn't suck balls. Like, you can't tell me somebody can't do that, but it's the same way with iRacing. A lot of people want, and I stopped running most official races because you go in there and the setup fucking blows. I want to do Martinsville where I don't have to fucking downshift in an Xfinity car or a truck. It's ridiculous the setup would ever be that bad where I'd have to fucking grab a gear in the center of the corner because it's just so sluggish or it just don't turn or whatever the hell. Uh, and it's the same way with the game. It's almost unplayable when you get to Atlanta if you don't know what the fuck you're doing with the setup or what the car, like what you can change to adjust it. You're
Yeah, you're
fucked because
immediately
like
spitting out.
exactly. It took me like that was probably the longest one it took me to figure out how I can get it to grip up, but and keep the speed and also not just wrecking the center of the corner. It's like, again, this entire experience is like, what happened? Like, okay, so let me go to this point I made on Twitter a while ago. Again, got shitted on, but like they were talking about, it was one of them sit down interviews where they're talking about, the future of the game and this and that. They're talking about how they want to do a Mad style, year to year franchise kind of deal. And I'm like, no, have you played Madden? There is nothing good that comes out of that whatsoever. Even if you make a game every year, you can't tell me, because we saw it happen with NASCAR Heat. I just a minuscule minor things from year to year, and eventually you spend 4 years
It's gonna get
playing the fucking
stale.
game. Yeah, it gets stale, but eventually you might get there. But if you like, I mean, I don't gotta sit here and tell you all about Madden and all that shit and just how it's just been nothing but disappointment for year after year, and that's what I don't want for the NASCAR game. Of course, everybody wants to have a new NASCAR title every single year, but when you realistically think about it, when did they announce NASCAR 25? When did they start working on NASCAR 25? You know what
2
I
years
mean?
before it released.
I think 3 years.
I think it was
I think it was like
That's the
22,
question
wasn't
of the
it?
day. The first, because I haven't found the first announcements of that.
22,
I know it's been a
23.
while. I
It
know
was
it's been a
whenever
while.
whenever iRacing acquires NASCAR video game license. That was when it was like, okay, we're gonna start working on it. October 2023.
Yeah, so 2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
So so we've all played the game now. In 2 years, that's what they gave us. And they already had what, people did the NASCAR Heat stuff. They already had all these assets and this and that. So how many years then is it going to take for them to fix the AI, and get
But they
all
all
those
seem
different
like
things?
such little thing. Like,
Yeah, but they
again,
add up.
not a game
They add up.
developer. It's true. But if they fix like half of them, I'm happy. Like, there's a couple tiny
Yeah,
things.
but people are gonna be disappointed if the next game is just fixing the little things. You're gonna have people go into the career mode, see it's the same exact thing again, and they're just gonna be pissed.
But I feel like they're not that far off in the career mode. They just need to make the off season less stupid. The opening, the thing that pissed me off the most about like so far about the game is they're like, hell yeah, we're gonna see how good of a driver you are. 5 laps, Rockingham, you're in 30th place and you need to get a top 10. And it's like, that was not made by someone who watches race cars at any point in their life.
Where are we playing Gran Turismo 7?
It's worse. It's like a worse Grand Tour. It's just a passing challenge. Like, if they do a little 3 race, like, like they put 30 paints. I think it's 30, however many cars are in that thing. Paint schemes in the video game with, and this is a deep pull, but the driver, like the guys in that little Arca Discovery race, are all of the names from like SRX the game and World of Outlaws career mode. Like those are dudes that I've been racing against for years. And I was like, hell yeah. And it's 5 laps and you can't change the length of it. And you need to like either you need to just send it and demolish people in order to pass enough cars to get a top. And I go on Twitter and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And people are like, oh, you just turn the difficulty down. It's like, no, that's not how I want to start the career mode. Let me
just quit out of it and don't do it at all, you know? You
or yeah, in your case, if you just quit it, sometimes it'll just give it to you. It's crazy.
That kills me because that's your first like
impression.
That's
experience with the game.
Exactly. And it's a 5-lap fucking it's nonsense. So once again, oh man, we got some hands in this Thunder Bucks game. We got tempers. They cooled it down. We're all right. What the hell was I saying? Yeah, so again, 2 years. So it's like, what can they do in the next year? They're gonna be able to give us maybe a little better career mode entry, like like entry point, something more different there. Are they, overhaul the AI? Are they going to be able to?
I think that's the number one thing is the AI. Like if the AI is fun to race against, like that will keep people coming back and let them like spectate and multiplayer or whatever. That's crazy that that's not in there. Because that was a NASCAR Heat feature. But that's like number one for me is make the AI race better, and you've improved the experience like tenfold from just like race to race.
I will say, even from a strictly career mode perspective, it really bothers me, and it actually it turns me off to the entire mode to even pour time into it, because I feel like there's just there's no level of immersion to it for me, where it's not like a world that feels very lived in. Like you're racing against the same drivers as current day, like lineups never change. You don't rise through the ranks with any of your people through trucks or Xfinity. Okay, I do. Damn.
Okay.
The team that you're building, like your PR manager and all that,
just I'm getting kicked off after each series.
You go to a new team and you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
That's really stupid. But like for me, in other games like franchise modes, for example, that's part of the draw for me, is to see other teams, what do other teams do to, and where other people end up, type of thing. And it's like, I don't get any of that. I'm literally just racing the 2025 Cup Series for the rest of time, or the 2025 Xfinity Series for the rest of time. There's nothing to ever break it up or change anything.
It's hard with NASCAR teams because they love their identity, and the RTA would hate to see the wrong guy in the wrong car or whatever.
That's where
they would never they would never. In my dreams, we would have driver changes and stuff. No. And the weirdest thing is the one game that kind of did that correctly was NASCAR 21 Ignition. If any human being could suffer through that game long enough in the career mode, they would have Haley Deegan step up into a Ford or something. They would have lower level Chevy drivers get into Chevys
Justin
when
Haley
people retire.
Would get into Kurt Busch's one car, that.
Yeah,
stuff.
And stuff like that. And it was like, whoa. No one obviously could stand that game long enough to get to that point, but
that's where, if you're iRacing, you just got to put your dick on the table.
They would never.
And, hey,
they can't.
No, we're making the fucking video.
They couldn't put the numbers on the car,
and we got a patch for it. I don't give a fuck. We're saying wish list. I'm wishing for this to happen.
No, that's fine. You're allowed. I'm just saying. I don't think iRacing is the They wouldn't put it out there like that. I don't think they have the balls.
Then they need to have the balls. If someone says no, kill them. Just fucking kill them.
It can't be done. If F1 can do it, you telling me NASCAR can't do it?
That's true. That's true.
If I can see Max Verstappen in a goddamn Ferrari in F1 video game career mode, then Kyle Busch goes back to fucking who cares?
I don't buy no excuse.
If they had the balls, I don't think they do, which is just a sad reality.
A deeper franchise. I want to be able to all the pit crews are the actual pit crews. They all get traded around. You can fucking yank the pit crew from someone else. You see crew chiefs bouncing around. Hey, that crew chief is available. He got fired from the 5 car. Let's go ahead and pick him up. Can you imagine all the changes you could do?
Spitballing right now, you saying that. One thing Madden actually has done really well is they've added like the training camp, like little mini mode like games to where like you can skill up your dude. Like that would be sick if you could have like to skill up your pit
A
crew
mini
guys
game?
like in the off season. Like you did like a little pit crew like mini
Practice
game where you
pit
had to
stop.
fucking yeah, like practice pit stop shit like that. That'd be sick.
That's
I
the
know
one
we're
thing.
like way off base of just fucking like racing stuff, but like that would be cool.
That's cool. That's cool as hell. I don't know that we'll ever get anything like that. That's, I think, way too cool for real life. The thing that I feel like we also like really need is like more realistic parts and chassis and stuff. It's insane that it's just like, even in the truck series, like you have 2 trucks and it's like one of them's going to a plate track, the other one's going to another plate track, and then it like turns into a road course truck. I feel like if you talk to any crew chief or car chief or whatever person in the NASCAR industry, they'll be like, no, that's not how that works. You know, you have your speedway truck and your like backup and your like road course one and your short track one, and have like a more realistic, like these are the things and you balance them and the parts don't magically appear 5 races into the season or whatever. I feel like that's not that hard to do, is it?
I mean, NASCAR Heat had track specific chassis, I think, or they had track specific cars,
There you
short
go.
track car plate. But yeah, that to just a minute ago, like the whole off season thing, that's one thing that really kills me
Yeah.
with the whole game, because
Yes.
you can't do anything
There's
in
no
the
off season
season.
period.
Yeah, so like that makes me think of F1 game, because you can at least, like, that game is pretty solid with like, so it makes you like it gives you a bunch of different ways where you can upgrade your team or your car and all this stuff, and it makes you choose. It makes you kind of like pick and choose. And when you get to the off season, you kind of like, all these off season programs you can do. Like, pit crew would be one of those things. I mean, the possibilities are endless,
Yes.
but there's none of
Literally,
them.
because nothing happened in the off season.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's something, and it just boils back to that point of like all the things they could do are like, what are they gonna do? Because they already have so many things they got to fix already with the damn game.
Yep. What are they going to do within the year?
Yeah, and that's what frustrates me, and it brings me back to NASCAR Heat, because I remember sitting there playing NASCAR Heat Evolution, and look, NASCAR 25 is not on that level, at least. I believe it's Heat Evolution and NASCAR Ignition, the 2 worst that's ever been put out. And I guess Ignition has to take the crown, because it's just the way they released that game. At least you can sit down, play Heat Evolution, listen to those train sounding cars and shit.
Yeah, but you can only race at 5 tracks until you unlock the other ones.
Yeah.
But
Me after paying for a video game and not getting to race where I want to race immediately.
yeah, I don't know.
So
Golly.
that's another random thing to point out about NASCAR 25 is even in Heat, you could race like cup cars at truck only tracks, and that feature has just been lost. Some of those things really piss me off, where it's like something that we used to have that we just don't have anymore, like being able to race a cup car at Rockingham or whatever the
Medicaid
hell.
explain.
But
What did I
even
say earlier? What did I say earlier? Madden style franchise. We want to do Madden. So all those favorite things you love. Oh, we'll get back around to them. Boy, wait for
In
that
20 years.
20
years.
Yeah,
Oh, we brought back
NASCAR.
mini games.
NASCAR
Dude,
2028.
Another immersion thing. All right, we can't do driver transfers. Like, just fucking throw like track changes onto the schedule. Like, make the schedule different, where it's not the
Oh.
same 36 fucking races that you go
Yeah,
through.
We're
we
Like,
got that,
and we're
yeah.
allowed to do that in Thunder. We're allowed to make our own custom.
well, not even
season
that. I'm saying like in
co-op.
career mode, like just make it out of your hand. Like, doesn't F1 game do some
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that, where they're like, "Fuck you!" Like, we're changing the regulations this year for some bullshit. It's like just make it like NASCAR's like, yeah, we're fucking changing the schedule. You're gonna go wherever the fuck we tell you to. So I mean, that's what they do in real life.
also, you shouldn't have to
2K
be
does that for
full-time. That's
basketball.
insane.
Like, they'll change up the rules on you. So if they could do that in a NASCAR game, that would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
A couple things piss me off that have been lost from World of Outlaws video game, which is the same dudes from like literally a year ago. One is being able to put other logos on your car. It's insane that they're like, you have one sponsor for 2 races and you can. So they had a very similar sponsorship system in World of Outlaws, which also pissed me off because that's not how sponsorship works. But at least I could like leave my old logos on the car and still like have it look like I'm changing paint schemes or whatever. But also the parts availability, I know you've complained about it a lot. It's insane because in World of Outlaws, they're all there. And if you don't have the money to buy the parts, you don't have the money to buy the parts, whatever. Like that's,
How the real
but they're
world
still
works.
there, and you see them, and you can see how high it goes and how much it costs. And you want to, you're like, okay, I want to earn the money to work up to get the parts to whatever. And then in NASCAR 25, it's like parts sometimes show up. You have no idea how good they are, what the top end
And it's
is.
not explained. It's not explained.
Yeah.
It's in the game
That's
code.
the thing that pisses me off the most watching Cozy at the beginning, because nothing was explained and you're just trying to figure out how the fuck do I
Exactly.
see the standings? Like,
Exactly.
The
If there's one
standings
point
is
I can make,
crazy.
let me tell you, my biggest thing when I sit down to do a new playthrough, the only thing I really sat down and looked at about this game, they had they invited a whole bunch of people before the game came out, that I got invited to, and they played through like all the different series, like one track each, and they just kind of like showed off the games, these creators, and all that stuff. And like I didn't even watch it. I listened more to it than I actually watched it. But my thing with it is that the least I can watch and consume about this thing before I hop in, like the more I can sit down and just like
you're going to get the
experience it.
experience that everyone else is going to get.
Yeah.
That
Exactly, and
didn't do
not
any research or anything, just bought the game.
yeah, and not have some sort of like, because it's so easy to get an opinion about one thing or another before you hop into it. So then you're already
Right.
kind of like strayed for one reason or another. So that's like exactly like you said. So I'm sitting there, I'm like going through this career mode, and it's like it does such a bad job of explaining how these things work and what the system is and what you're trying to do. And the only way, and it's the same way with the difficulty and all these sliders. There's just no like, it's just slop. Like here, have fun, good luck figuring it all out. I'm sure you'll get around to it at some point. But like, it's just like all these little things, and that's a big one. It just doesn't do a very good job of explaining its own system.
But
If there
like
was some
World
kind
of
of
Outlaws
manual, like
had
even
that.
with the old games, you would have a manual to be able to read through and see what all
Well,
these
that's some
things
real
are.
old man shit, but you're right.
Yeah.
But there should at least be a PDF to feel like, all right, what the fuck's going on here? Because you're not explaining it to me.
How about just make a fucking UI that makes sense that I don't have to break out a fucking manual for, Ben?
If I've learned anything from
Well,
iRacing, they can't do that.
yeah.
That's true.
NASCAR Heat
That's a rant
also
for another day.
brutal fucking UI.
It's at least better than those NASCAR Heat. You remember clicking through those menus, and it's just the most god awful sounds you've ever heard of clicking and clacking, and it's still not great, but it's like, oh, don't
And
when you fucking like.
I'm glad NASCAR 25 has a pause menu, which NASCAR Heat never did, because it had that insane like B to back, Y to restart, A to continue. Like you just couldn't change any settings.
Mm-hmm.
The sponsor system pisses me off because it's so not like real life. I don't know how you can't just be like, get a sponsor, they sign on for like these races throughout the season. If you can fucking, and then be like, there's the paint scheme, they're gonna run these 4 races. Some other sponsor shows up, they're like, we're gonna do these races.
And I've said it so many times. How many of these games I wished either had real sponsors or had the amount that they seem to have
They
in the
have a
game?
lot.
Because I am still like every other race. It's like, oh, you got a new sponsor offer. Like, awesome.
And they're
Why
real
the fuck
companies.
can I? Yeah, I just got the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I'm like, that's great, and it comes with different logos. Another thing I got to give the game praise for, instead of shitting on it all the time, is the paint booth and the ability to move around these logos and change the logos and all the stuff. I pretty much wish I could have done with the NASCAR Heat stuff that I at least did pretty much able to. I definitely wanted DT your opinion on the paint booth and all that stuff, because at least to me, like I don't really care too much about it as long as it doesn't look too fucking stupid, unless that's what I'm going for. But like I enjoy it so much more because of how awful it was in the NASCAR Heat stuff. Trying to put anything together, it looked like
Ugh.
something.
And they've been like slowly updating it as those who followed their train through the World of Outlaws games, where they added the ability to like move your numbers around and move your logos around and resize stuff. And then they added shapes pretty recently, where it's like you can put squares and triangles and whatever the hell else.
Put the rookie
I mean,
starts on there.
yeah, Kill Bill test. We've spent many an
Dude,
hour building
I will
out
say
paint
one
schemes
thing-
and fire suits and like it's really fun.
Yeah, this game
the way
has
it should be.
unlocked that. Like, again, like designing the
It's
paint
still
scheme's
missing
always
a
been
lot.
super cool.
But
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it's like I did not think when I fucking purchased this video game I would have as much fun like designing fire suits, for example, as I have. Where it's like in our like championship modes, like my dudes are fucking dripped out with fire suits, like just finding new ways to make like cool shit happen.
But you
But
only
then
have one
like,
slot, which is fucked up for
yeah,
online.
having to delete all of it is fucked up
Yeah.
to get a new one.
Breaks
But
my heart.
no, I mean, no, it's really fucking cool.
Dude, look at this fucking
I guess
banger I just whipped up.
I saw that man, that's awesome. Like that's awesome.
yeah, here we can pull out some of our shrimp ones that we've done.
Yeah,
I,
show mine first.
I don't know how many
Don't
screenshots
show.
I've taken of mine. Don't show Ben's. Let me dig around here a little bit. But it's especially the career mode where you have the shapes, because in online multiplayer you don't have shapes, but supposedly they're gonna add that, whatever. I was so proud of one of my career mode schemes that I just turned down a bunch of sponsors because I just loved that car so much, which is insane. Because they just replace your fucking stickers or whatever. And the shape library is kind of insane that there's just like 8 shapes and you can only have like 10 things on each layer. It's not NASCAR Ignition levels of like customizable, but it's way easier than NASCAR Ignition to just like jump in, throw a logo on it, size it however you want, pick a made up base and then go. Let me see.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got some of my fucking that was the first one we ran online, which was really fun. This is my career mode, my little 5-star car that I love so much.
5-star
that I
race
ran
car
in
bodies.
Arca.
Yeah.
And I just kept them on because it was so sick.
Yeah.
The one Arca season I did, I had so much fun doing. Oh, and then fucking it changed my.
That looks like an Arca car right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Arca
I also loved your bit of showing up in a complete shitter. Let me see.
See, that's the main message I try to get with the game is that in every single way possible to make the game playable, to have a unique experience to somebody else. Like the paint booth,
It's my
being
fucking
one good
Daytona
example.
car.
Yeah, exactly. You should be able to roll up to Daytona looking like that, nothing on the damn car. That's how I
And then
like to
eventually
roll.
like get some shit on it.
Yeah.
Change out the sponsorship and just keep the same base on it, like some real Arca shit. Out the Big Fish
Hell yeah.
Barbecue. And then eventually like step up
That's
to the
so
real
funny.
deal.
They like replied to one of my tweets when the game was popping off early on, like, "Oh man, your next sponsorship," and I like fucked it up and I did shit and I didn't even get the offer. I never got him in my career mode. Rest in peace.
They were on like some Arca car, and as such, like they reached out to iRacing. We're like, oh, put us in the game, and they're just like so happy to be featured in it, which is really really cool.
That's such a good idea. Like the more they can get like, smaller companies or especially really any partners that are already on race cars, like why not get them in the game? Oh, can I get my trophy bit out real quick, man? If there's one thing when I go back, like I just said, like, you got to have every last thing in a career mode to give you a unique experience. Well,
Get trophy wall.
Exactly. And there's so
kill
many
Trump.
different races in different series. Look at that. The numbers will last, but that's okay.
we did change that to white eventually. But
Dork, yes,
Dude,
number looking.
the fucking fire suits. There's Caleb's crown
All right.
fucking mobile one thing with the
I haven't
car.
really messed with the fire suits a whole lot just because you don't really see them most of the time.
Yeah, and you can't copy it from car to car, which is fucking insane. So if you want to wear the same helmet in every series, you have to make a billion
way
of them.
too much effort gets put in, and there's no return on investment. But it's fun to at least drip your dude out and like, go with the storyline on it.
Yeah, that's great.
I got this fucking dude. There's my fucking.
Ooh, I
Quaker
like
State
the
dude.
green. That's awesome.
This is when we were doing our Quaker State off.
Yeah, I got the Castrol truck, and then I got the throwback that we ran at Darlington. Where I just made a fucking Dale truck.
Where's the fucking?
Hell yeah!
God damn it!
That's awesome.
I wish I could like share these or like export them or at least save them to where I don't have to completely delete all of my work and then remake it whenever whenever I make a different paint scheme.
Yeah, so like just like little things like that.
Here's Ben's car.
There you go.
Thanks, Ben.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Ben. Mid
Oh, here's Caleb's Darlington throwback, which is actually kind of funny. With the number
Yeah,
That
look
looks
at
good.
there. I mess with it. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, good time.
I did a good job on my Sunoco one.
It's like 80% of the way there. I feel like the paint booth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
no,
is
it's like
decent.
almost there to being generational, but it's good. It's good. I
Oh,
enjoy it.
another thing to complain about that pisses me off. The lack of chrome numbers in the video game is
Oh,
lazy and gross. And I've dug through the game files and I know exactly how to fix it, and I could do it in like a day. I could make every goddamn race car have chrome numbers, and I can make the Penske wheels look like the Penske wheels. And I am tempted to just email Steve, here are the fucking files, put it in the game, it'll look great.
There's gotta be, yeah, surely.
I was really hoping that some nerd could figure out how to like put mods into the game, because I would absolutely like be all over that. But apparently they've got some fancy shit where you can't really like stick your own assets into the game.
But I
I'm
am
hoping,
working on graphics things.
it's true. Ben is working on a graphics update, because the graphics settings, one of the funniest things that I noticed in the trailer that's in the video game is the fact that there is no motion blur anywhere in the game except for Charlotte at night. And the sun goes down at Charlotte and you are just motion blur central. But look out soon on fucking bencrazy.com.
Well, yeah, then canonically, you know, whatever you're driving, just make sure you, in stage 1, you back it into the fucking wall.
Wow.
Look out soon.
That's what we're working on.
Ben spent multiple days looking up like Unreal Engine.
Weeks,
like,
unfortunately.
Jesus Christ.
I know more about the Unreal Engine than I ever wanted to learn about it.
But you can have like nicer effects and higher quality and just improve the video game.
Including how to mod it?
I wish.
It's not modding, but
if we could mod it, there would be a Cup to Xfinity car set
Steve,
so fast.
Steve Myers, I'm calling your phone. Put me on the team. It's not. I feel like it's not hard.
Hashtag, come on, Shrimp Hours viewers. Hashtag employ my boy. Get it.
Employ my boy.
Get it started on Twitter.
Employ my boy.
Right.
Was hard.
Write that down as a title.
Oh, there you go.
Hashtag employ my boy.
Get this man a contract.
I guess I have technically worked on a NASCAR game before, but not really.
Well, it seems like they need more people anyways, so.
I mean, they should have.
They
said they sold it really well. Like they said they outdid the numbers that they expected, so I hope that means they can hire more people and do more things, but
yeah,
we shall see.
Think of how many copies they'd sell if it was a put together game.
It's better than I expected it to be still. I thought it'd be more NASCAR heaty. And it's still really NASCAR heaty, but oh, also let us fucking change the PSIs by 1 instead of increments of 3. That's insane.
Oh yeah, we'll throw that in there. Another thing, it just seems lazy is the whole garage screen. It's just all the adjustments are all very basic, and
yeah.
That's just that was the most like if anything iRacing is going to be able to do is get the garage screen and all these little things together, pit adjustments, a lot of stuff, and I was just very left disappointed with all those things. So
set everything to minimum and you're good.
Yeah, man. I have mins and maxes. That's all iRacing is.
All right. Are we good on NASCAR 25? Can we open some emails?
Let's read some goddamn emails.
Oh, what the okay.
Send
Caleb.
your fucking mail.
So
listen, there's a quota to meet.
Before the episode,
Send them in, guys.
we were counting the emails, and the joke is if we don't get 10 emails, we don't record the show.
No, the rule is if we don't get 10 emails.
And we only had 8
not
emails. But 2 fresh emails have come in from Caleb Hoffman to make it number 9 and number 10. If you have questions, comments, or concerns about any of what has been discussed or what hasn't been discussed, send us an email to shrimphourspresents@gmail.com. Also, I think last week we asked for voice notes under 30 seconds long, and we didn't get a single one. No one gives a fuck, which is fair.
Oh yeah.
That being said, we have title bracket. So I guess we have to introduce.
Damn it! Oh. gonna be.
Well, you don't want to do
We're
title
getting down
bracket?
in the weeds too because we got good
No,
titles
I
going
like
against
it's
each
just
other.
because we have to eliminate actual bangers. We gotta.
So the title bracket, Cozy, is a fucking fan-made bracket of all of our old podcast titles, and we have to pick our favorite ones. Which includes a bunch of shit from Keegan, who says he switched over to the night shift at work. I now make donuts in my own peace and insanity. Interesting. Night shift at the donut shop is interesting. Fucking football.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Haven't touched the spreadsheets. That's probably good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 117 had 158 swear words. I said a personal record amount of fucks. Interesting. I realize I think it's from being chronically online. I have more of a potty mouth than I thought I did, especially over the last like couple of years. I just
Dude, I love it. Dude, my what is
like
it?
I realize
we
it in
like
my interactions. Like I'm just with the boys, just like walking around saying like fuck this. I'm like, oh damn, okay.
You
gives a
you were
fuck?
yelling at me last time we were in public for fucking yelling.
Well, because you were dropping certain words in public.
I was saying
Look, these things
fuck.
happen.
I was saying fucking shit. What? What was
Shit
I
and fuck.
saying?
Who was it? Wasn't it Ben? Someone said something that we couldn't even say on the
Yeah, it was
podcast
definitely
in
me.
person. And I was like, damn. Oh yeah, that was on the ferry. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
remember.
All right. Oh, we gotta start off. We gotta pick between Molasses Pompeii and
man.
Downtown China.
It's got to be Molasses Pompeii. Downtown
That's a
China's a banger,
classic.
but Molasses Pompeii is all timer.
On our
go on a
knees are
limb.
F1 Cow NATO.
I would say Cownado.
Hunch Punch Punches Back or Crush Dev's Pizza Party.
That one's tough.
It's gotta
Crush
be Crush
Dev
Dev. Crush
Pizza
Dev's
Party,
Pizza
yeah.
Party is unreal. Raw salmon butter sandwich or the Brotherhood of the Traveling Sandwich. We got a all sandwich matchup.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I do like
Raw
the traveling
salmon
sandwich bag.
But
Yeah,
I
raw
slapped-
story of the raw
butter
salmon butter sandwich.
The raw salmon butter sandwich with the helper was.
All right.
That's my vote.
All right.
Yeah.
Bad news, my grandpa died or sucking on pony juice. Another tough combo.
Bad news, my grandpa died.
Fucking rest in peace, grandpa.
But the pony
Domino's.
meta runs so deep. Aw, okay.
I
Domino's
know.
at the DMZ or brain stain.
Domino's at the DMZ. But no, I think
I like
Brain
brain
Stain.
stain.
Yeah, Brain Stain is again more culturally relevant.
Sorry, I don't like girls, or you can only bust so many times. I know my pick on that. It's easy. You're in a raccoon craves garbage, or I would suck a dude's dick for nacho cheese.
A real title that we used.
It's on the poster. It's
It is on the
149.
poster.
I mean, listen, I would suck a dude's dick for nacho cheese bread.
Last pick. I draw the line at Queef or Osama bin Lagano.
Oh shit. Osama bin Lagano's like that's an all time.
Yeah.
All right, it's in. We'll see you
All right.
next week for title bracket part 14. Thank you, Keegan. The next email comes in from Carl, who says, "Wow, they did it. The chase is back. See you guys in 2027. We already know who's winning this year, and the year ends with an even number."
Well, he would have to be good for that to.
Yeah, and
Take
that's not
effect,
happening.
I saw someone go back and they looked at all the championships if they had used the current 10 race 16 car chase, and Logano got a bunch of them back in the day.
Well, yeah, that was back in the day before the next gen, before he was a washed piece of shit. So it's not happening.
I still think he can be unreal in even years. He's got the
He might be a little more
extra weight reduction
aerodynamic
off his
this
head.
year, yeah. Fucking bald ass motherfucker.
Luke of Dead Grandpa fame writes in and says, you're reading this a month from now, a week. So hopefully the 49ers won the Super Bowl and you guys are uploading bi-weekly again.
Trouble.
That's funny.
You
That's
lost
really
like
funny.
48-6. Oh, you're a fucking loser.
That wasn't even
And
close.
we stole your defensive coordinator, bitch. Get fucked. You suck.
Keegan sends a second email and says, congratulations to Caleb for passing Rusty in the number of Shrimp Hours episodes attended. Wow.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy that Rusty's been on that many? Like, he's been gone for years.
Yeah.
Second point, at a small point in the episode, would have been a great title is You Don't Want to Nut to That Muffin. I don't know what episode that's from, but sure.
That's from last episode. We were looking at the muffin on the side of the car.
Also, if I'm
Right
not
during
mistaken, the
90s.
Drownie of 2023 was Artisano bread on Ricky Stenos' car. Didn't you guys outvote it with Detroit basketball?
Yeah, I was outvoted by Detroit basketball, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
I'm pretty sure I wanted the moldy bread car to win the Drown of the Year 2023, but it didn't.
Who knows?
Finally, NASCAR trending upwards.
That's
We
double
smoked out Steve Phelps. We got the chase back. It's not a full season point systems, but better than what we had. It's true. Ram is back with Tony Stewart, and there's more horsepower. It's true.
Dude, I will say it was based as fuck while they were announcing the point system. Like Steve O'Donnell was trying to make like the points sound like all this cool shit. And Mark Martin was just up there like, yeah, the good thing about this point system is it means we can go maybe to full points in a few years.
Yeah,
Steve
when all the
O'Donnell was
contracts
fucking-
are
Hell
over.
yeah, Steve O'Donnell was fucking pissed over there because Mark Martin was just like, yeah, it's closer to, good again.
Yeah, give it 5 years. We'll be done with these contracts, and then we'll have our full season points.
Mark Martin
Keegan
for president.
says, I still think Dale Jr. and Mark Martin should have positions in the NASCAR sanctioning body, but it's a work in progress, and I'm happier with how things are
Listen.
now than I was before.
After this offseason, there might need to be some people with positions under Dale Jr. and Mark Martin. A little rewarding.
Keegan says he watched the original Drip Drown Nutter die and realized that it was not the Artisano bread car, and we were right. Get fucked.
Okay.
The next email comes in from our good friend from Down Under, Andrew R., who says, morning all y'all. The Matt Kenseth rule, I guess he means the chase, was designed to prevent people from winning the championship by finishing consistently and driving well, to one where winning races at any and all costs is the only thing that matters. Do we assume that Shane Van Gisbergen was brought in specifically to take advantage of the rule set? If so, do the Shrimps think that Shane Van Gisbergen winning races and making it into the playoffs in his first full-time season was the trigger for the new point system? Are we justified in thinking that people like Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin ran scared because they saw what happened and had to have the rules changed again? Does that mean the new point system is the SVG rule? From Andrew.
No, Blaney winning the championship, I think in 23 was like, and then Logano winning it in 24, everybody was like, okay, like this thing is fucked. And then that's when we were.
And then what sold it was what happened in Xfinity this year.
Oh,
well,
God.
I think we were already on the path to changing it by that point.
I think the reason it changed is because it just fucking sucks, and it was like like everyone knew that it sucked.
The thing that's crazy is that like statistically, Kyle Larson was a more deserving champion overall this season than Denny Hamlin, but because of the way like the format was, everybody was like, Denny Hamlin got fucking robbed. Kyle Larson is a Mickey Mouse champion. It was just like there's no legitimacy to any of this shit anymore.
Right.
I don't think Shane Van Gisbergen was brought in specifically because of the win and you're in, but I feel like it certainly helps his case in having a full-time ride where he can just fucking
By the
win a
way,
race and they collect 16th place.
If he's ripping off 4-win seasons before the playoffs
He's
start,
gonna
anyways,
do well.
he's still
That's
going to
still
make
good.
the chase. Yeah. Again, let's keep in mind, we're taking 16 fucking drivers and putting them into the postseason. Literally 50% of the field that's full time gets put into the chase. So, I mean, who cares? He'll be there.
It's true.
Yeah, I see him enough ovals out of him. I don't think they made any rule changes for him.
Mr. Ass writes in.
Mr. S.
What? It says, if you were AM from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I don't know what that is. Who would be the last 5 people you keep on Earth to fuck with forever? I don't know this reference, brother. I don't know what that means.
AM from
I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Is it a
it is
TV show?
classic 1967 science fiction horror short story about a supercomputer that has exterminated humanity and keeps the last 5 survivors in an underground complex, subjecting them to eternal sadistic torture.
No thanks, man.
Steve
Sounds
Phelps,
like our
Steve
future.
O'Donnell,
Bunch
who
of people
else?
named Steve.
Jim France.
Some Francis, yeah. Throw some Francis
yeah.
in there. Fuck him. Carl writes in and says, "Hey
Carl,
Shrimps,
too.
it's that time of year. My friends and I made our 3rd annual pilgrimage to the molasses flood site."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
This was said today. So is it molasses flood day today? Hold on.
Is it the anniversary?
It might be the anniversary. Carl is at the baseball field where the tank popped. Does this say January
Late
15th,
1915.
1919?
Wow.
Okay, so this was like 6 days ago.
30-foot wave. How big was
Yeah,
the
you
tank?
gotta watch. You might have to watch Molasses Pompeii. It might be our finest podcast episode.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Boston molasses fucking tank explosion flood. God bless. This is a great picture. I don't know if I've ever seen this one this big. Shout out to everyone that died in the molasses.
And
Just
Boston is
fucking-
still one of the stickiest cities in the country.
He says, "P.S. We were also going to go to the cop slide, but it started pouring and we decided against it."
Aw.
And then sent a link to the legendary fucking Boston fucking
Oh, cool.
cop slide. Classic. Goddamn classic. The way he gets
Dude, I love that
fucking
people
shot
have like
out of here.
tried to fucking eat shit on that slide as hard as he did and haven't been able to do it.
Every time that pops up on Twitter, I gotta give it a watch. And it's very often. And then the last 2 emails coming from Caleb, who says, "This is number 9, and fuck this podcast."
Oh, dude, media check-in. We didn't talk about it. That one video of that delivery robot getting smoked by that train.
I don't know if I can find that.
Ever.
God.
Dude, come on. It was everywhere.
I think this was... Where's Brightline? Is that Florida? No, it's California. There is a video of... I found it. I saw this shit early, too. Of one of those stupid little delivery robots. Getting
Ending
stuck
its life.
on a train track
Oh, cool.
as a train is approaching.
Dude, turn this shit up. Crank it up, baby.
Oh my god.
That shit killed me.
Dude, the honk.
The honk, the way it folds over.
God.
Someone's fucking McDonald's is in that. Just getting absolutely cursed.
Dude, they got the order tracker pulled up and you just your order's fucking gone.
Why is it frozen at this one railroad track?
And then you just see a straight line on the railroad track.
She cracked me up.
That's great. The robots ain't got us yet. Dumbasses.
All right. That was Shrimp Hours 170. The fucking
That was
rant
a
about
fucking
us,
long
Cozy.
one.
Yep.
How long
Yeah.
was that?
an hour or 2 hours. It's like 1:58 right now.
Damn.
Titled hashtag employ my boy
It's true.
with Cozy. We'll see you in another 3 years. Everyone, if you're watching this and not subscribed to WinVow8820, go watch this shit. Funniest motherfucker on YouTube.
All right.
Most
you're
underrated
glazing.
channel.
You're glazing.
I'll glaze. All right. Bye.
It's true.
This is the part of the episode where we usually threaten Steve Phelps' life, but he's fucking
We have to
gone.
Hey, fuck you, Steve O'Donnell, you fat piece of shit.
You ready to learn golf ease, buddy?
Bye-bye.